Not going to be on here too long, but I just want to make this little interesting um, development story in the NFL. So, for those of you who have not heard already, David Montgomery was a running back for the Detroit Lions, has been traded to the Houston Texans for an offensive lineman and a 4th and 7th round pick. Will send their 2026 4th round pick and Juice Shrugs and a 7th round pick for Montgomery, according to NFL Network's Ian Rappaport. The deal won't officially go through until the start of the new league year on March 11th. Montgomery expressed his appreciation for Detroit on an Instagram post on Monday. Everything I do next carries a piece of Detroit with it, Montgomery wrote. The work ethic, the edge, the heart. Thank you for trusting me. Thank you for pushing me. Thank you for walking this chapter with me. And as you read, it's hard to find the words to say goodbye to this. Detroit has never been a location. Has never been a location to me. It's been a community, and you'll have been more than supporters. You've been steady hands, loud cheers, honest feedback, and quiet strength through what I needed the most. You believe in me when things are uncertain. You stood beside me through challenges. You showed up consistently, fiercely, unapologetically. This isn't a goodbye because something ended. It's a goodbye because something grew, and growth sometimes calls us forward. Please know this. Everything I do next carries a piece of Detroit with it. The work ethic, the edge, the heart. I'm beyond grateful, and I will always be proud to say I was shaped by the city and by you. With appreciation and respect, Demo. The news comes one day after Montgomery denied reports that he wanted out of Detroit, refuted a report from ESPN's Jeremy Fowler that he was seeking a fresh start, also noting that the Lions would want possibly a 5th rounder in return for the vet. Montgomery was originally drafted by the Chicago Bears as a 3rd round pick out of the 2019 draft class. After 4 years in Chicago, the team's lead running back signed a 3-year, $18 million contract with the Lions in 2023 that followed up with a 2-year, $18.25 million contract extension in October of 2024. Montgomery is scheduled to become a free agent again in 2028, barring a new deal with Houston. Houston offers Montgomery a fresh start and as the chance to boost his carries after career low season. Montgomery continues the Texans' trend of having a reliable veteran option in the backfield, and as the 3rd consecutive offseason, the Texans have added a veteran running back. Montgomery trade follows the signing of Nick Chubb and a trade for Joe Mixon in the 2 prior off seasons. So yes, I heard this news on ESPN and CBS Sports. I saw this correlated, and I figured, of course, David Montgomery, he had a lot of years and a lot of really good memories with the Detroit Lions. Carried them and helped them carry them out to one of their only few NFC Championship appearances back in 2023. Had a career turnaround year back in 2022. And then, of course, what happened in losing in the divisional round in 2024. So, yeah, it just feels like Montgomery had a little bit of his time with the Lions. But I just don't really think this is the right move for the Texans, because you gave up an offensive line, which your offensive line has been having problems since C.J. Stroud has been drafted there. And then you give up a 4th and a 7th round pick, which you give up so much depth. And the thing is, now you don't have the depth no more. And now you don't have no kind of, leg room to stand on as far as stability to keep your offense flowing. I just don't understand the move for the Texans. But maybe they think better, more in mind. But for the long run, for the long game, and for the future, I just don't think this is the right move for them, because I feel like they're going to end up having some day knowing that C.J. Stroud needs to be protected. C.J. Stroud needs all the kind of help. And he did get the help, adding Montgomery and then going along with Joe Mixon and Nick Chubb, because of the health reasons. But I just don't think, as far as the offensive line, I think it's going to be another big issue going into the next year, unless they go into the draft going to get pieces to help out and protect C.J. Stroud, to keep him up in the pocket. They're going to have to find ways to do that and find ways to get their receivers back healthy, started with Nico Collins. So they're going to have to find ways to really do it. But you're going to cause a whole lot of depth in the outer end. So I just don't think that this is the right move right now for them. And to me, I really think they need to make another move in the offseason, in the new league year, as far as not only offensive line, receivers. They need help as far as getting C.J. Stroud's mechanics upright, because his mechanics, even going into the playoffs, was trash. Absolute hot dog water. Like it looked like he didn't even look like to improve any as far as his pocket awareness, his ability to move and scramble out of the pocket, his ability to just get the ball like further down the field. Like he wasn't reading his receivers right. It just seemed like all of the mechanics as a quarterback, it just seems like that's kind of really going awry. So the move with David Montgomery is cool, but at the end of the day, it's like you got to work on other things to really help him out, and I think they will be able to do so. But it's just gonna take some time and take some steady time. But I just don't think this is the move that I think they should have made right now. I really think they should have concentrated more, try to get C.J. Stroud back going and developing and upright, and get the receivers, get them back fully healthy, from the Nico Collins. Jaden Higgins at some points, in earlier on was kind of in and out of the line. He was in there for the playoffs, but he didn't really help as much matters. They got to take care of the football and not have that many drop passes. C.J. Stroud's got to protect the ball and everything. So going to the new year, they're gonna have to look at other parameters, look at other priorities besides just getting a full-time running back and halfback and David Montgomery to go along with Woody Marks. So, that's just my thoughts on what's going on with that. Tell me what you guys think down in the comment section down below. Yeah, I'm not gonna be on here too long, just getting off of work. So, yeah, thank you all for watching, tuning in. I'm out. Peace.